This is Jason with ABC Motorsports. Today we're going to do a quick install video on how to install the all-new onboard air system by ABC Motorsports that fits your Polaris RZR 900 or 1000. Okay, first thing you're going to do is you're going to disconnect the battery cable. The tools you're going to need is a 40 Torx socket, and I use a 10 millimeter deep socket. Also, I would suggest if you don't have a table, to get something a little magnetic or something that you could put your 4 bolts in. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our 40 Torx wrench or socket and we're going to remove these 2 bolts here. Then we're going to take our 10 millimeter and we're going to remove the rear bolts. After we remove those bolts, we're going to turn the radiator bracket and we're going to run the 2 wiring harnesses, 1 and 2, and the radiator hose underneath the 2 brackets and alongside the rail for the radiator hose. Okay, so we got the 4 bolts removed. I ran the radiator hose or line underneath the frame, and I have 1 wiring harness here that is also zip tied to the hose, and 1 wire harness here that is zip tied. It's pretty easy to run it. All you have to do is, after you take the bolts, roll this underneath, install your zip ties, and then all you gotta do is turn these back. Okay, the next step is we're going to install the onboard air system inside your Polaris RZR. It's really easy to do. It's pretty much just going to drop straight in and right to where it's supposed to go. Okay, we got the box dropped in. Now we're going to reinstall the 4 factory bolts. Okay, now we got the 4 factory bolts installed. The only thing left to do is to hook the power up. There's a couple different ways you could run it. You could drill a hole in this. You could run the wires right through. It might look a little cleaner. It hides these wires. Or you could just run it around here and hook it up to your power bars. I'm going to choose to just go ahead. It's pretty simple. All you got to do is run it around, maybe tuck it in there like that, and then run it to the power. Now on your power, you have a continuous power, which is right here, which is always on, and then you have a power that is right here that is ran off your key switch. So if your key is turned on your ignition, you're going to have power here. To run this continuous power, you have to have a power line coming from your battery in order to hook onto here to have continuous power. So you're going to run your power and you're going to run your ground. So your ground is your middle one. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, I ran the wires. I used a 10 millimeter deep socket to take the nuts off, connected the wires back up, put the nuts back on, and okay, the hood's on. Install's complete. Thank you for watching this video. Enjoy.